Okay, returning for the review of Battle Brick Road number 2. Let's see if I can get that in a shot. Battle Brick Road number 2. This one was way more action packed. Zeb Hatfield and Eric Weathers. And I'll say, Eric Weathers seemed to have picked up and increased in skill from the first book to this one, because his artwork in the first book was good. It was really good. This one, there is a significant quality increase. And that's not to say, again, that he did a bad job on the other book, but I can tell, like, the artist I saw in book 1 to this book is a different artist. Eric, if you watch this video, I would like to know, did you have some kind of different regiment? Did you practice a lot more? Were you working on a lot more things? Like, I can tell your art skill has increased considerably. Noticeable. It's very noticeable. And this story was, man, it was, if you are a fan of Wizard of Oz, I think you're gonna see all of the callbacks to the original book. So they're being hunted down, Scarecrow, and so in the last book you leave off with Scarecrow finding Dorothy. They're in the woods. They're being hunted down. He comes in, saves the day. Now she's with him, and there's a lot of interwoven stories in this book. So now they're being hunted down by this other dude. And I don't know if they mentioned the name of this dude who was hunting them down. Welcome, still even here, scum like. Oh yeah, his name was Mervyn. So this guy Mervyn, let me see if I can get a good page where they show Mervyn. And he seems menacing. He's hunting them down, trying to kill them. They managed to escape, escape his the danger of being killed by this Mervyn. I'm going to show you a picture here if you can see it. This is Mervyn. He was hunting down Dorothy Gale and the Scarecrow. And man, right out the gate, like, the book started with that action. They're in the woods, they're having a little conversation. Gail's they call her, she doesn't refer to herself in her full name Dorothy. She calls herself Thea. I guess that's the nickname her dad gave her. So whenever she introduces herself to someone, she says, "I'm Thea." So Thea and Scarecrow are in the woods. She's trying to have short talk, banter, trying to make him laugh. He is having none of it. Scarecrow is all business. He's not playing around. He's not here for any short conversation. He is like, what have we come to do? What do we need to do? Let's do that. So she goes to sleep. She has a nightmare about this entire situation, and she wakes up kind of startled. But what I want to show you is this little splash panel here from the nightmare that she had. I don't know if you can see the whole panel. Let me try to get that in, the whole shot. It's a really good panel, done well. Like I said, I think the art of Eric Weathers in this book was stepped up considerably. This is quality storytelling. Zeb Hatfield and Eric Weathers are a good combination. Zeb, Eric, I know Eric follows me on X. When is the next one coming out? I know you're probably getting that from everyone, but this was very good storytelling in both the written script and the art was very good. We get introduced the team they're building. We get introduced to the Tin Man. We get introduced to the Scaredy Cat, the lion who was a king at one point. There's so many different plot points. So Thea wakes up. Scarecrow is gone. She's thinking maybe he left. She doesn't know where he went. So she kind of goes wandering, finds this house in the woods. And I did take a little bit of notes this time because I wanted to, the depth of this story, I wanted to kind of get some of. So She goes into this house and she finds a labor bot. Now, Mervyn was using these labor bots, and they were actually doing battle with Thea and Scarecrow, and they were trying to kill him. So she doesn't know what to expect when she runs into this labor bot. She's thinking maybe he's just like the other ones that was just trying to kill them, but he's not. So Toto, recognizes this as a threat, and Toto's ready to go to work. Toto's ready to kill this labor bot dead where he stands. And Dorothy's like, hold on. Let's not jump to judgment. If he wanted us dead, he would have killed us already. Well, it turns out that this labor bot, LM7, so the labor bots were used to help humans do different things. He was used to help humans cut down trees, process wood. When everything fell apart in Oz, the labor bots were reprogrammed to hunt down humans, to kill the strong, capture and subjugate the weak. This is what they did. In the middle, this labor bot, in the middle of the process of killing this man, sun runs off, looking into the man's eyes, he reboots. It's almost like he got a sentient conscience. Couldn't figure out what was going on. Finds this cabin after he reboots. It just so happens that it's the cabin of the family that he just destroyed. So he's grappling with what he did. Like I said, Tin Man, he's got a conscience. So he's telling Dorothy this story, and he's trying to figure out what his purpose is. Scarecrow shows up and immediately shoots at this bot. The day before, they were just battling with these bots. So he's like, what the heck is going on? Why are you sitting here talking to this thing? So she calms him down. A lot of things going on. She explains what's happening. Got the bot's name LM7. So she renames him Tin Man. And it's kind of funny because the bot is like, my alloy is actually, and such. But Tin Man, that will suffice. Kind of hilarious. They go on, so they're following the yellow brick road, obviously, headed, to the Emerald City. They wind up linking up with the Scaredy Cat, the lion, but there's this zoo. They're getting ready to pass the zoo. I'm not covering everything. I'm skipping over some things. They hear somebody asking for help, trapped. Turns out that it's this big Black Widow spider, tries to kill him. Grabs hold of Scarecrow, gets some venom. The lion comes out of nowhere and completely demolishes this Black Widow. Big Black Widow. It's about to kill them all. So now Scarecrow has the venom in him. He's getting ready to die. The lion knows how to treat him. He gets a piece of the Black Widow, and I guess that serves as anti-venom. Does all of that. So Scarecrow is out for a little bit, and then Thea is talking to the lion, trying to figure out what's going on. And she was like, yo, I heard this Black Widow refer to you as a king. And he was like, I was in a different time, but not anymore. I'm king of no one. Yo, it's a gripping story. There's more things that happen along the way, especially dealing with the lion story. But I think you should buy this book. I don't want to give it all away. I am probably going to do a deep dive at some point of this book, but I don't want to give it all away because this was good. Like I said, this story was so much tighter. Not that the other story wasn't good, but you can tell. You know how, if you've ever seen an artist create, and that beginning process, they have something good and they're cooking. But then once they start throwing that Lowry seasoning on it, oh man, that's when you're like, oh, this dude is cooking now. Zeb Hatfield is cooking. And Eric Weathers and his art, homie, is cooking. Looking really good. Had me engaged the entire book. Again, I'm not telling you that the other book didn't have me engaged. The character designs on this book are way more polished. Not that it's one of those things where the other book was really good and I was impressed, but you notice the improvements with this book. And it makes you look back at the other book and think, wow, that book was great, but I didn't realize how many improvements would be made in the next book, and they delivered. They delivered very well. I enjoyed this book. And look, I'm not going to say I'm a gun enthusiast, and I love the gun that Thea is carrying. If I'm not mistaken, this is a heavy Scar. Oh man. I had an opportunity to buy one years ago before the prices skyrocketed, and I hesitated, and I'm kicking myself to this day. But anyway, her gun is legit. That heavy Scar is fire. It is fire. So action packed, like I said, the whole book, and it ends on a cliffhanger. I kind of want to tell you what happened, but I don't want to tell you what happened. But it is, yo, I didn't expect it. I did not expect it. It's one of those things that as I'm reading it and watching what's happened, I'm like, yo, they're not getting ready to, they do it. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Good. This is good. I like this book. I enjoy this book. Go to their website, battlebrickroad.com. I'll put the link in the description of this video. This is a book worth buying. Money well spent. And I didn't realize when I bought the book, which I guess most independent comic books are bigger. They're not, regular size comic book. Like I didn't count the pages. I would say maybe 60 something or 70 something pages. Oh, and they got some, I like this. Now I really like this. They got winners of their fan art competition were in this book. I don't know if you can see that where I'm at there. And it was some really good fan art. I'll show you another one. That one was good. This one right here. This fan artist is Brett Barkley. Yo, this is a very good artist right here. Like, homie got some skills. That is some really good art. But this book was action packed. It was worth every single penny. I was pleased. I knew from the moment I first heard Eric Weathers give the premise of this book, I knew I was going to be interested. I can't tell you how I knew. It's not like I'm a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz. Not that I don't like The Wizard of Oz, but it's just not something that I would think, oh, if somebody took this and added a twist, oh man, I would love it. I just wouldn't think that. But this book got my attention. It keeps you engaged. Book number 2 is thrilling. It's riveting. It's action-packed from the beginning of the book to the end, and has twists and turns you might kind of see coming because they're building the team and it's based on the Wizard of Oz. So you kind of know what team they're going to build, but the way they do it is not how you think. And the twist they throw at you is not what you think. Overall, this book is absolutely excellent.